Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Santa arrived early and we're going to be unboxing my new engine. I purposely waited to do this on camera. So I'll bring over the engine crane and put this on the engine stand next up. So I know that looks super sketchy and I wouldn't recommend you guys follow the way I did this, but I'm working alone here and I had to be a little creative and hopefully I didn't get any oil in the pistons, but worst case, we'll turn it over before I start it. And next question you're probably having is my engine hoist garbage? Yeah, it's garbage. It's brand new and the piston is just constantly dropping the motor. I'm constantly fighting that. I don't want to deal with that when I'm putting the engine back in the car. So I need to get that replaced, at least get the piston replaced. So my advice, don't buy a Harbor Freight engine hoist. Doesn't matter, spend a couple $100 more and get a good one. So what did come out of the motor is blue coolant and nearly brand new looking oil, which is a nice sign. This came with a wiring harness, which I won't need, so I'll remove it while I talk. A lot of people are asking where I got this engine from. It was out of a local company in Houston. They had a listing and they said, oh, it actually sold, but we can broker one for you. And they had good customer service, but it didn't go as smoothly as I was hoping. Took longer than I wanted, and communication was iffy to say the least. So I honestly just naturally wouldn't recommend them. They ended up brokering out of a junkyard in Northern California, and if enough of you guys want to know, I'll tell you where they are located. They told me they'd be getting an engine out of Arizona with 63K miles. That didn't work out. And then I ended up with an engine out of Northern California and had trouble trying to get the VIN for it. Did figure it out. I'm not mad about it because this has 80K miles on it and it was owned by an older gentleman in an affluent area of Northern California. A stock example, it was a coupe, '07, and just one owner and lived in like a multi-million-dollar house and probably just used it occasionally. It's not modified. I'm happier about that. I'd rather just get a stock engine with 80K miles that is just looking purely stock, unmolested. But in terms of the company I brokered with and dealt with, I wouldn't recommend them. I got it, I didn't get scammed, but with this thing that looks purely stock. Stock oil, stock everything. And I figured out the history on this engine from, I basically just pulled a Carfax to get the history. So at the end of the day, it didn't work out too bad. I got it. They delivered on a relatively clean, unmodified engine and all that. And you know what? Lots of things are happening with shipping and delays in the world right now, near Christmas. I have a lot of reasons to just be thankful it arrived, and it just took a little bit longer, but if enough of you guys want to know anyway, then I'll give you guys the info, but just comment and let me know what you think. The injectors are index 10. I don't know if that's good for anything. So first off, it's an early engine, so it doesn't have the oil cooler, and I gotta figure out what to do with that if I'm gonna clean my old one up and move it over. You know, I have to completely disassemble it and be confident in that. So here's a look at the back side. The rear main is completely dry. This side of the engine looks fine. I like how they taped up the ports and everything. That's good to see. So we're gonna do the oil pan. I'll show you the parts that I got for maintenance for this. So I got the fuel injector tool because I'm moving my Index 12 injectors over to this. I got a crank seal guard to protect from sucking in the belt if it ever breaks. A new thermostat housing, valve cover gasket, oil pan gasket, and new hardware. All the injector seals, oil cooler seals, turbo seals, oil housing gasket, oil cooler gasket. I of course need some torque to yield bolts like the bell housing bolts, etc. Still, I'll order those. Just gotta think about what I'll need. Here's the front of the engine. It doesn't look like it was pressure washed or anything like crazy just to make it look clean. You still have some crud buildup, so it just seems like an honest engine out of California, so there's literally no corrosion on it. Similar to my block here in Texas, but actually this looks even cleaner. The high pressure fuel pump looks like it's newer or really clean, or if anything it's lower mileage than what I have in my car. And considering it has the next 10 injectors, it probably had the recall. So I'll just retain this. This video is supposed to be me showing you the new engine as well as doing the maintenance and getting it ready to go in, but I'm not gonna have enough time. I actually have to leave town and I want to get some content up for you guys. What I ended up with was an 80K mile N54 out of an 07. It looks pretty clean. I'm gonna do the basic maintenance on it and get it ready to go in the car. Now we have that spare motor to build. I was a little rough with it and whatnot, you know, as I took it apart, but it's not my main motor anymore. We'll use this for rebuild purposes or whatnot. I don't know if I'll ever end up back in the car. It just depends on a lot of factors. I think I'm comfortable running my old tune on this, but just not going crazy on the car, and happy with the way the car drove with lots of down low torque and upgraded twins. And this motor would be completely fine with handling that all day long. If we want to see more out of this platform, then I got to build the other one and maybe go single and whatnot, but it just kind of depends on how much we invest and if it's going to be a good ROI for you guys in terms of viewers getting content that you wouldn't be able to find elsewhere. A couple of you guys asked about the codes that I had for the half engine light. There they are. Vanos related. This is probably related to reduced oil pressure after the bearing spun, or maybe debris clogging up a solenoid or the actuator, or maybe it's something on the top end that failed first and led to low oil pressure on the bottom end. I did put in used cam trays. I don't know, something to consider, but ultimately those are the codes that I have. Something else that you guys asked about the old motor, what happened when it failed. So basically I was pushing it in third gear, wide open throttle. Everything was perfectly fine and normal sounding before that. As soon as the engine braked in fourth gear after letting off, I shifted to fourth, I heard a knock sound. And then it took about a minute or so for that knock sound to turn into a half check engine light and for the engine to start to run rough. It was running smooth with just a knock. So either reduced oil pressure or debris in the system, I would say. So you got to see me play charades with these motors, trying to get them all set up. If this is the first video you're catching on mine, please consider subscribing. I do upload regularly. Thanks for watching.